Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts of Vincent Limited.
You asked for it and it's here. Quartz Black Friday Reloaded. Up to 60% off selected items. Incredible doorbuster deals and more. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll pay your VAT or ABST. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Employee pricing up to 20% off. 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's BOGO. Buy one, get one up to 50% off. And 4 p.m. till closing. Pick your discount with a chance to win your purchase free. It's Quartz Black Friday Reloaded. March 25th to the 27th. Preview day Thursday, March 24th. See in store for details. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts and Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, a suspect has been taken into custody following calls by Sherika John, resident of Redemption Shops, for local authorities to take action against a man who she alleges has been stalking and harassing her as well as her daughter since 2019. This was confirmed via an official release from the police. According to the report, on March 20th, 2022, at about 4:15 p.m., Ms. Sherika John of Redemption Shops came to the Criminal Investigations Department, the CID, and reported that she saw disturbing messages and listened to voice notes with equally disturbing content on Messenger about her and her daughter, which were allegedly uploaded and posted by Mr. Kyle Cat Richards of Redemption Shops. The release goes on to state that on March 21st, Ms. John returned to the police, where their IT department extracted the messages from her phone. A party of officers was then dispatched in search of Richards. Later that same day, he was taken into custody by officers attached to the Special Services Unit. He is presently at CID assisting the police with investigations. Sherika John's pleas for help went viral earlier this week after she took to social media as well as various radio stations to expose her alleged stalker. International Day of the Forest was observed by countries all over the world on Monday, March 21st. The International Day of Forests was established on the 21st day of March by resolution of the United Nations General Assembly on November 28, 2013. Director of Forestry of the Forestry Department within the Ministry of Agriculture, Fitzgerald Providence, joined WEFM's Activated Mornings today to discuss the importance of SVG's forest, as well as highlight the various sectors that forests contribute to.
What the forest is most important in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is for its conservation of our watershed areas. We know all our water is surface fed, potable water, and also in terms of hydroelectricity. So we need intact and sustained watersheds for that. The biodiversity of our forests is very important also. We have ecotourism, where we know a lot of tourists come in to look at our forests, bird watchers, persons who want to enjoy a natural tropical forest. Persons will come and do that also. In terms of our nature trails and so on, we usually have them in terms of the benefit to nature walks, and also we have herbal medicines that come from the forest. So it's a multiplicity of things that come from the forest.
That was the director of the Forestry Department within the Ministry of Agriculture, Fitzgerald Providence. Still on the local scene, Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture, Carlos James, has pointed to climate change as the greatest existential threat to the Caribbean, notwithstanding the challenges resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic and the recent geopolitical activities in Europe. Minister James expressed the view while addressing the 6th sitting of the OECS Assembly on Friday, March 18, 2022. He cautioned that the region will never be able to recover from the severity of the impact of climate change if measures are not taken to swiftly address the vulnerabilities affecting small island developing states. The Sustainable Development Minister said that following the 26th United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP26, they are yet to see definitive progress on tracking the delivery of pledged funding for mitigation and adaptation measures for a new collective qualified goal on climate finance. On to news in the region, the Suriname government has established an advisory committee to consider the consequences of the war in Ukraine and the local economy. Suriname's President, Chandrika Prasad Santoki, on Monday met with representatives of the various ministries, parliament, financial and institutions, private sector and security institutions to discuss the impact of the war that started late last month when Russia launched a military invasion of the in the eastern European country. The advisory committee has been tasked with examining both at a policy and strategic level how the economy of the Dutch speaking CARICOM country will respond to the ongoing situation in Ukraine. Suriname's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Business and International Cooperation is coordinating the work of the committee, with Foreign Affairs Minister Albert Ramdin indicating that the consequences of the war could be long lasting even if the war ended soon. All students in Guyana will be allowed to attend classes when the new term begins on April 25th. Guyana's Minister of Education, Priya Manik Chand, confirmed the development to the country's Department of Public Information on the sidelines of the newly launched Artificial Intelligence Leadership Program, SPARK. Schools in Guyana were closed on March of 2020 when the first cases of coronavirus were detected in the capital city, Georgetown. Guyana's education minister said a system has been implemented to allow students to revisit lessons from the previous grade over a 20-week period to ensure they catch up before moving to another class. Additionally, the ministry is working to ensure that every school in Guyana is equipped with the necessary tools and equipment to be fully functional before the new term commences. On the international scene, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called on Japan to increase sanctions on Moscow, including by introducing a trade embargo on Russian goods. In a video address to the Japanese parliament in Tokyo, Zelensky praised Japan for leading the way in Asia by piling pressure on Russia. Japan has joined other Western countries in imposing sanctions on Russian banks, businesses, and individuals. Without providing evidence, Ukraine's president said Russian forces were preparing new attacks from the exclusion zone around the defunct Chernobyl nuclear power station. He also said he had received reports that Russia could be preparing to use chemical weapons. And finally, in sports, the world's number one tennis player, Ashley Barty, has shocked the sporting world by announcing she will retire from professional tennis at just 25. The Australian made the announcement on social media today, saying she was leaving to chase other dreams. She said she was absolutely spent and physically had nothing more to give. Barty won 3 Grand Slam singles events, including this year's Australian Open in January. In doing so, she became the first home player to win the Australian Open men's or women's singles title in 44 years. This has been WeFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WeFM's 3 p.m. News. WeFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
What's Black Friday Reloaded this week only? Shop from Thursday the 24th of March for up to 60% off selected items like the Lenovo 14-inch laptop. No, just $1,239. Save $210. Save $300 off the GoPro elliptical Strider. Only $899. And get the LG 43-inch UHD 4K smart television for only $2,299. Save $700. Plus, with Quartz Ready Finance, get 2 months free. Get the best deal. Black Friday Reloaded. Only at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.